Hands are optional, always.
Well,
hello everyone.
Off we go.
Yeah, let's go. Save it for Ren Fair.
Pants-free zone, everybody.
Yeah. Hi everyone. We are live. It's so great to see you all again. It's time once again for Things from the Flood. I am Rindis. I am just doing our opening intro to stall for time and work off some of this energy because, as we all know, my character is choosing violence today, so I have to get all of my happies out of the way now. That being said, I will pass it up to our wonderful dungeon mistress, Shay, and she can take over and do the intros. Also, before I forget, everybody get your arbitrary fuck out of the way for the first minute.
Figgity
Well,
fuck.
fuck.
Well, fuck.
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 By the way, it looks like I'm drinking cum. This is great.
Well, you know, so if that's really a problem, is it?
Yeah,
You're just
Twitch?
Sounds like a good time, honestly.
What does Twitch say about like that's not a sexual act?
it's at this point it's recreational. So,
it's a health drink. It's
a healthy protein shake.
Got a lot of protein in it.
Healthy protein shake. You had to shake. You had to shake it to get it where it was. And if we haven't been canceled yet, I think we're good.
Fake pineapple.
Yeah, there was a lot of gummy bears mixed into it, some pineapple for good measure, all of the old tricks and trades. Anyways, Shay, please take it away before we get canceled.
Hello, everyone. I am Shay, or the Dungeon Mistress, or the Storyteller, or however you say it for this game. And this game is Things from the Flood by Free League Publishing. Fantastic game, love it. Practically my favorite. It is my favorite. But this game, Things from the Flood, is an alternate 90s reality in which the technology has taken a different course with the particle accelerators and everything that happened. Excuse me while I take a sip.
So, yep.
There we go.
Yeah, we.
So, with that little note here and all the stuff I've got pulled up. No? Yes?
Yes, no, maybe, yes. Hello,
Oh.
dog.
Hello.
All of above? Hi?
Hi. Did I just...
Did
No,
you?
I didn't. I'm fine. I'm good.
Are you?
So, I'm just gonna quickly go over the principles of the flood that we need to go over every time before we play, so everybody knows what we're doing. Everything changes, everything falls apart is number one. This isn't the
Push to talk.
future.
Push to talk.
Thank you. Number one, everything changes, everything falls apart. This isn't the promised future that arrived. The promised golden age did not come. Technology is kind of falling apart, and yeah, there's still robots and everything around, but it changes. Life has changed. Number two, everyday life is full of demands, boredom, and conflict. The players are just regular teens. They're not superheroes. They're not adventurers. They're not. They don't have a 20 strength score or anything like that. These are just normal people doing normal things like school and work and anything other that normal teen life demands. The mysteries are exciting but dangerous, and only you can stop them. For whatever reason, these normal teens are the only ones that can put a stop to whatever mystery is going down. They are either put in that situation or are the only ones aware of it, and nobody else believes them, etc., etc. Number four, you are neither kids nor adults. You are that awkward in between. You don't have a safety net of being a child anymore, but nor are you have the responsibilities of an adult. Number five, the game is played scene by scene, kind of like a movie or a TV show. Number six, the world is described collaboratively. While I have the final say in everything that happens in these scenes, my players are building the world as well. They get to throw stuff in there, decide how things happen, etc., etc. And everybody, please remember your safety tools. If something's making you uncomfortable, slap down that X card. We'll pause the game. We'll work around it and figure out how to move forward. For viewers, if the scene makes you uncomfortable, feel free to step away and return when it's over. This is a game where dark things do happen. Hello.
Excuse me.
Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. I'm Crimson Galaxy. I'm playing Courtney Cloverfield today, the rocker archetype, who is kind of going through it right now. Lots of stuff keeps happening, and she doesn't know how to respond to it effectively. It's very fun, but not for her.
Hello. I'm Pat, aka Spider Queen Long. You can find me on Twitter at long_spider. And tonight I will be portraying the lovely party gal, Tracy, who's currently comforting our party foul party member who had a little bit more VR than she could handle. Yeah, we're in a bit of a pickle. It's very interesting. Lots of dramas going on. Tracy is desperate to make sure that we all stay together and be friends so that she can never be alone ever.
Hi everybody, I'm Zonis, not safe for work artist and tabletop RPG character artist, and I'm playing Lydia Tinsley. I'm the one who had a little too much VR, almost on. I don't want to say death's door, but probably rather close. But I am being comforted by the lovely Tracy. So, and I think V is going to fight for my honor. So I'm just, I'm in the middle of it. I'm enjoying it.
Hashtag winning.
Ladies fighting over me. Please don't do that.
Not before I get my camera out.
Hello everybody, I am Dooku93 on Twitter and Twitch. I am playing Joanne Campbell, the lone wolf, who feels like she fucked up.
No.
Probably rightfully so.
It's twist right around. Oh.
Nose goes.
Yeah, says the two people without cams.
I didn't say nose goes. That's all that is. I can do it.
Yeah, let's give Douglas the chance.
Yeah, I mean, Douglas, the reason we're all in this mess.
No, that's
Oh,
me.
wow.
That's me if we want to put it for real, for real. You're all just mad at Douglas or at Joe because there was just a lumped friend on the ground.
We're just mad at her because she's so sexy and she's so cool. We just can't help but be mad at her.
It's true. I collapsed on the floor because Joe was too hot. Had nothing to do with the VR.
Okay.
No, that one was in the real world.
It's the third eye power. But yes, take it away, Declare.
Okay. Let's see if I can do it without dying. So we woke up at V's place. Some of us are feeling better than others. Pretty sure V's head was exploding along with Lydia's.
Yeah.
We brain died moment there, but V actually made us all breakfast while her mom went off to work. We said we'd clean up afterwards. Joe told. Yeah.
We should clean up, but I'm not sure we are going to.
Joe told V that her brothers wanted to use the VR helmets. Joe tried to explain why that was a bad idea, and the hangover just took her out and just could not get the words through properly. V managed to talk to her brother, saying that it's her thing, they shouldn't touch it. Without her permission, it'd be a breach of trust and all that. After which, Tracy, Courtney, and V went to Courtney's place. They tried to sneak her in, but her father was there and it didn't work. She was going to get into some trouble, but V talked with her father.
No.
Fine.
Hey, there was lip movement. It counts as talking.
I guess. Which might have put a bunch of strain on their relationship. While they were over at Courtney's place, Lydia had asked Joe to help her test something. Lydia wanted to see if she'd be able to send a text from the VR system to her phone in real life. It worked. Which is probably more concerning that it worked than if it didn't work. After that experiment was done, the two of them got a weird text asking, why do they resist paradise? Lydia went into the public server to look for people, and she ran into what's his face?
Charlie,
yes. This who was understandably upset that he saw Lydia and V kiss moments after he had asked Lydia out for a date, and she said yes. After a little bit of talking, Lydia managed to find out that one of Charlie's friends, okay, not Dean, that's the youngest brother.
Oh god, was it Devin? I think it was Devin.
Was it Sammy?
I have to check my own notes now.
Well, one of the rich kid friends hasn't been responding to messages lately. Yeah.
I thought it was Devin who hadn't.
Devin?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Devin hasn't been responding to messages lately, which freaked Lydia out because something could have happened to him. The VR, we know, is kind of iffy. Might be keeping him imprisoned. So after a little more back and forth, Lydia did get to convince Charlie to actually check in on him. At that point, Lydia met Paradise, the personification of what I'm guessing is the VR system, which that in itself is terrifying. When this happened, then Lydia's phone on the outside, they started to repeatedly send the message, this is I'm going to mess with the name because I have very bad names. Paxton.
Preston.
Preston. This is Preston, get her out. This is Preston, get her out. Well, Joe tried and she grabbed the headset, ripped it off Lydia's head, but that caused its own line of issues, and Lydia hard rebooted for moments, at which time the rest of their friends showed up. V was more than a little bit upset with Joe, especially because Lydia was nearly comatose and V lied to them. After which point they remembered where they heard the name Preston, which I believe. Where's notes? Courtney was the one who realized that Ashley's last name was Preston, and they might be a relation to this mysterious Preston. Joe thinks this is a woman because the robots are calling her mother. V left without explaining, so saying that she was going to get her. We didn't see the bat that she grabbed as she went. The rest are still at V's house and recovering, more or less. And that's what happened.
And that's that.
So, who we currently have two groups, one group of 4 and one group of 1.
Are you using your push to talk?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
So, who would like to start this scene off? Should we start with V or everybody else back at V's house for this first scene?
1 sec. I'm just making sure they can hear you on. Because Mimi was saying they can't hear you.
I'm gonna be angry at Discord if it set me back again.
Yeah, we gotta make sure the dungeon mistress can be heard.
It's important.
Rude.
Very low way I couldn't hear at all.
Very low. Okay. Let me try and fix something. It might be that I just have to turn you back up on my side.
That's so weird because I can hear Shay like clear as day on this end.
Yeah, but OBS isn't picking
Likewise.
her up is the problem. Okay, try saying something now, hun.
Something now, hun. How's that?
Still quiet. All right. Once more.
Something now, hun. Once more. How are you doing?
Okay. Good. Okay. I think that'll fix the problem.
Perfect.
Yeah, there we go.
So,
Awesome.
Perfect. I have no major inclination on where we start. Lydia's still basically just being coddled, so she's probably not going to be too much of a item right now. So
Yeah, she
Okay.
needs some affection and attention.
All right.
So if V wants violence,
I do choose
Yeah.
violence.
V, you grabbed your bat and began making your way to the nice little cul-de-sac in which the Preston house lies. As you make your way there, it's a fairly uneventful walk. Does take a little bit, but you eventually come to a neighborhood, and while not like the kind of giant mansion-y place that any of the rich kids would have, it's definitely better than a trailer park. And you do see, before even reaching the house, you see a group of 3 individuals step outside the house. All look like maybe you would actually recognize them. They look They look like the guards who are in charge of keeping the quarantine zone quarantined and making sure that the town stays safe. But the three of them plow into a vehicle and pull out, begin to drive off. Shortly after, you see, or actually, are you doing anything after you see them drive off?
I'm gonna watch them go. She is singular purpose right now.
Right. You watch them drive off.
I'm gonna head for where I know the Prescott house is, or Preston.
Okay.
Prescotts are different assholes.
No, yeah. Prescott's are assholes. And as you begin to approach, you see another pair of individuals, two girls talking. One of which looks to be Asian American, the other American. But they hug each other. The one with long dark hair that you know as Ashley throws down a skateboard, hops on it, and begins to skate off.
Okay. Where's the other one go?
The other one is kicking around a soccer ball and just inside the garage.
Okay. I'm gonna follow the skateboarder.
And you do. You follow them for a while, and go ahead and give me. Are you trying to stay unnoticed?
No. That's not the intent here. No, I want her to know she's being followed.
Okay. All right. So you start to follow her. As you do, there's a brief moment where she glances your way and continues on. But you see her pop some earphones in as she skates off, and she rounds a corner before you lose sight of her.
Continue. I'm following until I get her somewhere secluded, or at least figure out where she's headed.
You continue to follow her, and go ahead and give me
Stealth body.
yeah. So you continue to follow. As you do. No, actually, give me an empathize mind.
I'm so good at those.
Hero?
0.
Okay. As you round a corner, you see her, but you also see that she takes something out of her pack, and no, actually, you don't see that. But you see her moving closer towards where the quarantine zone is. But she leads you. It's obvious that she's noticed you following her. But she stops at a secluded area near the fence of the quarantine zone.
All right.
And she stops a distance away from you.
Once it's clear she's come to a stop, the bat would have been tucked into her backpack so that people wouldn't see her just walking carrying a baseball bat. Because, it's not that weird. If, an athletic-looking person is walking around a neighborhood with a baseball bat, they might be going to go play baseball. Who knows? It's a little different than if you were in the inner city. But this isn't where we are. We're in a suburb. So once V steps into this clearing, she just says, "Yo, you Preston?"
I'm Ashley Preston.
Ashley Preston, the one who made the gaming programs and stuff? That's you, right? And when she makes that accusation, it's down the length of the baseball bat pointed at her. Yeah, that's you. You're the big shot at school who works with robots and does all the VR shit.
You do see that her eye does, like one of her eyes twitch, like there's a little bit of annoyance and before she says, "Yeah, before fucking Sunshine Industries stole our shit."
Sunshine Industries stole your shit. They got your name plastered all over it. Doesn't sound like they stole it at all. You responsible for these headsets going around everywhere?
Fuck no.
Bullshit. He's gonna step closer with the bat.
He steps away. What the hell do you want?
Your shit almost killed one of my friends.
What was my shit?
The fucking headset. And is there anything nearby that she can hit with the bat to emphasize that she's mad?
There's
something smashable.
There's probably like a rotting park table. Since you're near the quarantine zone, nobody really uses it or comes around here.
Yeah, there's just as she's stepping, it's just going to be the arm goes up and she smacks it down very hard, so that there's, if it's a rotting table, there's some clear damage. Obviously not going to smash the table, but it's going to be enough to show that she's very serious as she takes another step closer.
When you take another step closer, she does. She turns to her side, taking another step back, but she hides one of her arms.
Were you messaging my friends?
No.
Someone named Preston was messaging my friends while they were in the VR. And after they got out of the VR, they were messed up.
Yeah, well, I don't know who the fuck that is.
Well, to me, it looks like you made these programs. Your name is plastered all over them.
Whoever the fuck's using my name is doing it illegally.
Bullshit. She throws back, steps closer.
She steps away. And at this point, her back is to the fence of the quarantine zone.
Way I see it, if it looks like a bitch, talks like a bitch, it is a bitch. And you almost killed my friend.
I didn't.
Prove it.
How did you see?
I didn't see anything. All I saw was the damage afterwards. She's going to take a swing, but she's purposely aiming for the fence.
Give me a charm heart.
0 successes.
0 success. Okay. So, while your intent to intimidate her, or while your intimidating of her does work, it doesn't quite have the effect that you were hoping for. Since she immediately kicks open a weak spot in the fence and slides it up, and she quickly rolls under it.
Fuck, get back here!
Yeah, she is running.
I'm gonna chase her.
Yep, you crawl through and you begin to chase. Give me a move body.
0 successes. 3 conditions, y'all.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to push?
I cannot, because if I push any further, I'll have nothing left. Actually, you know what? Yes, because injured would make sense. Trying to crawl through that fence, she's gonna catch something, cut herself, something to that effect.
Okay.
When you re-roll, does it apply the conditions as well, or is it just the failed dice?
I think it rerolls the failed dice.
Okay. One success.
One success. So she rolls under, and you, and it quickly becomes clear that she purposely led you here so that she had a quick escape route. But you quickly follow, and you being athletic as you are, scraping yourself along the fence, begin to chase after her, into the quarantine zone. As you run her down, it quickly becomes apparent that you are while she's not in bad shape, you're in better shape. And you're able to grab her, and the two of you tumble to the ground, with you pinning her down. But she starts shouting, "Get the fuck off me!"
Not until you answer my questions. What the fuck is going on with your shit? You almost killed somebody that I care about.
I didn't kill anyone!
You made it. You're responsible.
As you're saying that, the blood from the scrape you have drips onto the ground, and when it does, everything around you seems to be gray and dull, and another drop of your blood goes down, and as it hits the ground, turns gray and dull. And when you look up, you see decaying trees and dead wood.
Oh, fuck.
And she sees it too, and she looks absolutely horrified.
Wait, you see this shit too?
Yeah,
Ah, fuck.
we gotta go. Get off me, get off me. She starts pushing you up.
She pulls back, and the anger is still there, but the survival instinct is greater. So she helps her up, and she says, "I can deal with you later, but we gotta get out of here."
She is quickly looking around, and after a moment, she grabs your hand and starts pulling you along, but she seems to be heading back towards where the fence was. What did your friend say?
I don't know. They did it behind my back. I only saw what happened afterwards.
And what did they tell you?
That VR headset thing is trying to get into their heads. It's trying to make them stay with the programs. They're all telling you different things, but ever since your headsets have been distributed out to people, we've been seeing shit like this.
Everything I had was a prototype. Nothing had gone out.
Why would you make something like this?
It's not completed. There's no reason that these things should be here.
But why would you make something like this? Prototype or not, this is your design.
I have no idea what's going on, but I told you and your friends that you had to get out of Stillwater before it got a hold of you.
She's gonna stop. You said you didn't message us.
No. I told your friend when she came here. The one going on tour. She had to leave.
You know,
Stillwater has a way of keeping people here.
People don't leave Stillwater. All right. I'm gonna trust you for now. The moment I see you do anything, she just emphasizes with the bat.
As the two of you are making your way back towards the fence, she's just talking in a low voice. If you want to find out what's going on, I don't know what you're getting involved in, and I don't know who's using my name. But if you want answers, there's 3 places I can think of.
I'm listening.
She's constantly looking over her shoulder, and pauses before you all get to the fence, and gets down low. And you notice that there is something, a shadow, kind of shifting off in the distance. You could try sneaking to one of the guards' office. I wouldn't recommend that because they have guns. If you have a way to get into one of Sunshine Industries complexes, they may have answers. And the other option is to get into the quarantine zone.
The fuck's in the quarantine?
The collider. The loop.
What does that have to do with this?
Everything comes from the loop.
Yeah. Everything sure does.
The shadow that you see in the distance begins to grow, and after a moment, you just hear Ashley swear under her breath, but she turns around and puts her back against the fence. And as it approaches, you hear multiple voices, nothing distinct. But she says, "Don't look at it."
Definitely not going to look at it.
She closes her eyes.
Going to close my eyes.
As these voices draw closer, there is the sensation of hands being placed on you, one on your head, another on your shoulder, and then one finds where you had scratched yourself. And a moment later, you open your eyes, and you're back, leaning against the fence. Everything's back to normal.
Preston, where are you?
You see a long girl with long dark hair skateboarding down the sidewalk where she originally led you.
Hey, get the fuck back here!
She pauses and looks over.
We're not done.
Takes out the earphones. Sorry, what?
I'm gonna comprehend that.
Absolutely.
V's definitely not smart enough to understand, but her brain is trying. 0 successes.
0 successes. You have no idea what the fuck just happened. But she's looking at you confused.
Nothing. Cool skateboard.
Thanks. Vivian, right?
V. Nobody calls me Vivian.
Sorry.
It's fine.
You okay?
No, as a matter of fact, I'm not. I feel really stupid for coming down here. You made that VR thing, right? You're really smart with video games and stuff.
You see her eye kind of twitch. I was.
A Sunshine stole it from you, right?
How did you know?
Corporations are assholes like that. Capitalism will be the downfall of our society.
Yeah, I was working on a prototype. My teacher was had shown me before he died.
In the accident?
No, it's
Yeah. my father too. That's all right. It's not all right, but I understand.
Sorry about your dad.
Sorry about your teacher.
There's a sad smile before she kind of shrugs and says, "Well, if you want, I can show it to you."
No. That's quite all right. But I have a couple of friends who are really into that shit. Maybe they might be interested in seeing it.
Yeah. If they ever want to come by, then that's fine.
Yeah, I'll hold you to that, Ashley.
He gives a nod.
Hey, stay safe out here. There's a lot of crazy things going on in town lately. Somebody could get hurt if they're not paying attention.
You see, there's a moment where she kind of like freezes for a minute and just gives a nod. Yeah. You too.
Cool. See you later then.
He waves and steps back on her skateboard. Doesn't seem to remember a thing.
Internally, V is screaming at herself. She is going to kind of look back at the fence where she saw that weak point.
That weak point is there.
Is there any indication of her injury? Torn fabric, blood?
Yes, there is. But when you look at the where you had been scraped, it's healed over.
But I remember everything.
You remember?
Healed over, not gone.
Healed over, not gone.
Okay. She's gonna walk back, and probably along the way, she's going to find something to smash with the baseball bat.
Smash a littered beer bottle. What's everyone else doing?
Hard to follow up on.
Yeah.
Lydia is just still laying in Tracy's arms and just in a flash of cognition is just like, man, I hope V's not doing anything dangerous, like chasing down someone with a bat into the quarantine zone. That'd be
That is
weird.
fairly
I
cognitive.
mean, you did see her leave with that, right?
No,
Yeah,
we
nobody-
didn't
we didn't.
actually see
Nobody
it.
saw her leave.
No one knows that she's
Oh,
gone.
okay. We did
She
not.
said
see
she
her
was
leave
going
with
to
that.
use the bathroom.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I thought she said she was going to get
Uh,
Preston, but we didn't see her with the bat. Because
No,
that was
she said
outside.
she was going to the bathroom. She didn't even say shit.
She didn't say
Like,
she was
I
leaving.
remember that specifically.
Because she knew if she said anything, somebody would follow her. She did not tell you guys she was leaving.
Yep.
See,
So I think Courtney is checking in with Joe to make sure she's okay. Just
Like,
because,
answer no.
well, what I'm doing is hey, are you all right? Like, I know it can be really hard with someone raising their voice at you, and like, I just want to make sure you're doing okay.
Fucked up. Fucked up.
We all fuck up sometimes. Like, that's not an excuse for your friends to be violent with you.
Fuck up something. Get your friends hurt.
That's not your fault. You were doing what you thought was right given the circumstance, I assume. Like, did you intentionally try to make her hurt?
Oh, but didn't do enough. Wasn't enough to not for not. Joe's actually
Like-
having trouble speaking at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey. It's all right. Would you like a hug?
Joe's gonna nod.
And I just wrap her up in a big hug and just be like, it's okay. Like, you didn't know what was going on. You didn't know what happened. Like, you didn't even step foot inside the headsets. You didn't have a full grasp at how dangerous it could be in there. Like, it's not your fault for not understanding. Like, how can you understand without being privy to all of the information? It's okay. And I would like to try to make a lead roll to heal some conditions.
Go for it.
Well, a condition, probably.
Fingers crossed.
Hey.
Yeah, one success.
Nice.
Right, one success, you're able to heal one condition. One of
104.
Trying to help you out.
I'm gonna remove scared.
You see them physically calm down a little bit. The shaking stops. Muscles relax, become a little less tense.
Hey, we're here for you. And like, just when you're ready to talk, I'll be here for you to talk. Like, you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about anything. Like, just, I'm here for you. Okay?
Joe's gonna nod and just. Thank you.
Of course. And then I'd turn my attention towards the bed and just like see how they're doing.
Well, I think I'm providing comfort. Kind of doing like head pats and kind of soft affection things to comfort. And I guess when you get here, I look up and I say, "How is she? I didn't mean to be that harsh on her. I can't believe I fucking called her a Nazi. That was really fucked up of me."
Yeah, she's honestly really upset. She just got like torn down by everybody just now because she did what Lydia wanted her to do. Like
Well,
I think it was unfair to like put so much blame on
I'm gonna
Joe.
sit here. I see what you're saying. This is a difficult situation, and I definitely was too harsh on her. But I look down at Viv or at Lydia. Sorry, while this is happening, and I look back up at you and I say, "You should have told us what they were planning. They should have let us
They
in.
should
They
have
could have
told
died.
us. Like, honestly, they should have told
They
us.
could
I
have
agree.
died."
But like, you know how Lydia is. You know how Lydia is. She probably didn't even tell Joe anything until we were already gone. Like, let's be real. That's who Lydia is. That's not who Joe is. Like, yeah, it could have been brought to our attention immediately, but things can always be done better and cleaner and like more effectively, and we can't really blame someone for having emotional reactions to things.
Right.
Which, like, I don't blame you for being angry. I just think that, like, we shouldn't be yelling at our friends when we're angry. We should try to actually process the emotions.
You're making good points. Entirely valid. Yeah.
Sorry, I just deal with enough of that at home. I don't want to experience it when I'm with my friends.
in her mind, she really wants to say, "You think I don't?" But she holds that back, and she kind of just calmly doesn't say anything at all, and she just kind of keeps petting Viv. Or why am I messing that up? There's no one named Viv in this game. She keeps on petting Lydia, and she maybe starts petting a little harder than she was as she's trying to like repress her frustrated response that she really wants to shout.
You should just
I'll
do
say
it.
that harder pet kind of tugs at Lydia's hair and wakes her up one more time from that stupor she was in.
Ah,
Yeah.
shit.
Just
Sorry.
say it.
Okay.
Say it. I
Yeah.
want the drama.
The drama. Yeah, Lydia just kind of stirs like, oh, oh God, my neck. Oh, where's V? Where's Joe?
V is, I think, out using the bathroom. Joe is in the other room feeling bad about her actions. Probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
Lydia's just gonna kind of lean over. Oh God damn it! Of course, Joe's feeling. Wait, V's outside using the bathroom in her own home.
No,
was
she
waiting for it.
said
I'm not my best friend's keeper. All right.
Oh my
More-
God,
I was waiting for that. How long has she been in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Why would she go outside of her own home to use the bathroom? God damn it!
Well, we don't
Lydia
know
just
that she went outside.
Yeah, she's out using the bathroom.
Lydia just kind of braces herself against Tracy, just back up to her feet and like just hands on forehead, just waiting for the equilibrium.
Hey, are you doing okay? Like, you scared the hell out of us.
That's an
Yeah.
statement.
Yeah, the color returns to her face, and it's like, yeah, I think I'm okay for right now. I'm sorry about that. I just hold on, and just walks out of the room and to find Joe. And I assume Joe has not left the house or anything.
I don't think
Not at this
Tracy's
point, though.
super comfy letting her go off on her own just yet, and kind of looks at Courtney with like a kind of face and
I guess.
follows.
Yeah, also follow.
Lydia's just going to like not storm into the next room, but just heavy walk, like it's an exhausted walk, and she's just going to look around the room. Joe, there you are.
Right here.
God, I could hear what was going on. I wasn't awake. I'm so sorry. I didn't think anything like that was gonna happen. I didn't mean to have you be the center of all that. I just knew you were the last person who was gonna stop me from trying to get some information.
You just should have done it a different way. I should have got you out sooner.
And Lydia's just gonna kneel down next to Joe and just hug her and like, I'll do it differently. I promise.
You shouldn't have hid that you were doing that from us. You shouldn't have waited for us to leave before you did that. Like, that was not okay. Like, you're putting yourself in danger when we can't be there to help. Like, what were you thinking?
Yeah, we're friends, right? That's kind of the whole point. We stick up for each other. We help each other. We can't help you if you don't let us in.
Lydia's just gonna kind of let go of Joe, sit back, and just.
We've been friends since we were fucking kids.
I understand, but consider this. How everybody reacted last night when we tried the VR. Courtney almost lost her freaking mind. V, you could see how visually upset V was. None of you guys were going to let me go back in there, and the only way that I can think of getting any answers right now is in there. Because what happens next time? What happens next time that we go to PartyBot? None of us had answers. None of us had a clue on where we were or how to get out. And I knew there
Well,
was
at least
no
we
way in
know-
hell that you guys were going to let me back in.
At least we know for next time how we can get back out. Like, we're working through this together. You can't go off on your own, half-cocked, expecting to get good results when all you're doing is putting yourself in danger.
It probably would have been fine if I just stayed in the usual private server.
You went out of the private server?
I was working on a theory, okay, and the private server wasn't getting me much.
What did you see in there?
It's weird. It's almost like the private server, but just en masse. Like, I appeared in my own little personal made place, but so was everybody else's, kind of. It was like a weird stapled together hellscape wonderland.
How many Batmen were there?
You know, really weird, there was one Batman.
I would have assumed there would be a lot more.
To be fair, I did only see two people, and one of them was Batman. So, but yeah, I saw that
50%,
Charlie.
that sounds right.
But yeah, I saw that Charlie kid from the party. He was. I'm just gonna pretend that Batman was not mentioned. I was like, he was, in his own little place. But he was one of the only other people I was able to talk to that wasn't just some projection. And of course, he's been playing the VR headset with his friends. And
the rich bitches.
yeah, and
Parentheses male.
yeah.
I hate to ask because this place is obviously terrifying, but are you sure that everyone else was projections and not just taken over?
I mean, it's not unlikely, but
Terrifying thought.
It is, right?
I suppose I didn't get a good enough look at most people. But regardless of the fact, Devin has been playing the game with Charlie, and he's not been heard from.
Holy shit. I mean, the guy's an idiot, but I had no malice towards him.
Yeah, this is the same Devin who threw up on the stairs.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's an idiot.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
I thought he diarrheaed on the stairs.
He's a
Was that
literal
real?
ass. Just pulling the Marty McFly. He's a literal asshole. But yeah, I was with.
Thoughts it's like diarrhea, but I don't know if that's what happened down the stairs.
But yeah, I was with Charlie the whole time, and he kept pinging Devin and nothing, and that's why I'm so terrified.
Okay, everything's going haywire now.
Oh no!
No!
Okay.
It figures we start talking about virtual reality and everything goes haywire. Like they don't want us to talk about it.
It's Preston.
So apologies, I didn't. OBS didn't pick up any of that. So, for the
What was the last thing you heard?
I couldn't even tell you. It's like,
Oh god.
yeah. You guys were talking about. Talking about shit stairs.
Oh shit stairs. Okay.
Where Shay was reminding you guys that it was shit stairs.
Yeah. So Lydia was just like, I was with Charlie the whole time in that thing, and he kept trying to ping Devin, and there was just no response at all. And I was terrified that any of that could happen to you guys. What if, Tracy or Joe just vanishes back into that other zone, that ether, and then we can't contact anybody. And Lydia digs out her cell phone and shakes it in front of everybody. And like, that's why I went in. I was able to contact myself from inside.
Lydia, the issue is, what if that happened to you while you were in there and none of us knew what had happened?
That's it right
That's
there.
why we're upset.
That's it. That's why we're upset.
I don't have the best answer for that.
And like, honestly, the reason I was freaking out in there is legit because like that thing was talking about taking away all of your troubles. Nothing can do that. That's impossible. You can't have your troubles disappear. It sounds like it's like a fucking mind control machine, and that's why I didn't want us to be in there anymore.
Crazy eyes her flask at that juncture.
Something
I
else
think-
also texted other than Lydia.
Yeah, Lydia
Like-
just scrolls through, looking at all the mass deleted messages. Like, whoever contacted me, maybe it's archived, but it's lost in here.
Well, I mean, I'm just happy you're back. This has been the really fucked up past couple weeks. Please, 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 please don't do this again. Don't leave us in the dark with regards to... Obviously, you're right. We wouldn't have wanted you to go and do this, but at the very least, just talk to us. Maybe, maybe you could have convinced us.
Yeah.
I want you to be okay.
We're
want us
just
all to be
worried
okay.
about you. Like, we're really worried about you. We have to fucking stick together right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have
We're the only
no
people
fucking
dealing with it
clue.
at the moment, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
The only people who know any of this. We're a team now, not just friends, but like we're on the cusp of something really fucked up. There's some really fucked up shit going on, and we gotta watch out for each other. Sorry, I don't mean to lecture you. I sound like my fucking mom when I break a plate. God,
Well, at
I'm
least
sorry.
Lydia's just gonna glaze over at her phone, just be like, well, at least somebody's being a mom. And just pockets her phone again.
I mean, honestly though, this last 3 days has felt like a couple of weeks.
Oh, yeah, right. That's definitely what I said, and I absolutely just meant days. My god.
Listen.
It's-
Days, weeks, what is time?
I mean, we went to another fractured universe, time dimension.
Yeah, I'm
Inverted
exactly
life?
what was going on there.
I'm so confused by that, if I'm being real.
I don't think time really matters at the moment.
So, a couple things. It's been about half an hour before V walks in again. Also, I noticed that that V has nightmares about Eldridge Garfield before Eldridge Garfield was a meme, and I just did that thing.
You sure did.
Yes, I did. And I'm in permaload on Twitch.
Yeah,
Nice.
same here.
Oh no.